Everybody, it's me, Phuong Linh here, and today I'm going to talk about what usefulness really mean. No, I'm going to talk about will AI make humans useless? 1. What does usefulness really mean if people no longer need to work for survival? Well, I think usefulness would shift a little bit from economic productivity to human conductivity, like human contribution. What you do for the community, how you spend your time, like um, mentoring others or creating projects or things like that. In a world when AI does most of the task, even the easiest to the hardest one, value could be tied to the things like creativity, empathy, or the impact that you can make to the community. What is wrong with the light? How might our sense of identity change if traditional jobs are no longer the center of our lives? Well, our identity would become more personal instead of like work based. Right now, if you ask someone, "Who are you?" then the answer you'll get will be a job. I am a doctor, I'm an engineer, I'm a teacher. But when in the world where AI would do most of the things for us, you could get things like I'm the person who made the garden project, or I'm the mentoring teacher who could help you online. So things like that would make others see more of your contribution, and people may define you by your interests, your values, and your passions. Inst- Instead of saying I'm an engineer, people could say I'm a creator who loves solving problems. Yeah, things like that. Could there be meaningful roles beyond paid employment, and what might they look like? Well, many new like the new non-salary roles can emerge, like telling other people what they would like, or giving the things that don't actually relate to the things that you want to sell. Um, these roles could actually focus on like the service or your creativity and the impact too. Let's say community guides, or maybe emotional support facilitators. I don't know, I'm just making up things. I don't even know if there are people like that right now, but in the future, if AI does everything for us, maybe there would be people like that. Among the roles proposed, like guardians, adapters, and pioneers, which do you think you'd lean toward, and why? Well, I think I'd lean toward an adapter, because adapting to what actually happens is what I usually do. Like, I enjoy learning the new tools and helping others. I'm just like, I wouldn't just stay in one place, and I wouldn't just want to try one thing over and over again because I want to get experiences. So I think I'd lean a lot to the adapter. If society reconceived value not by productivity but by contribution, connection, or care, how would that affect how we treat each other? Well, of course, our relationships would be valued a lot more. People could appreciate like their emotional labor or everyday kindness, like um, helping you picking up things if you actually people would just appreciate your kindness more, because I just don't know how to say it. What skills or qualities become more important in a world dominated by AI, and why? Well, the skills that would become more important would be like creativity, emotional intelligence, or adapting. Yeah, those would be like AI could actually process real data based on numbers, but they can't actually replace the human judgment or feelings. So let's say leaders could take like decisions. No, actually, I don't know which example, but leaders who make like real decisions would be really crucial. Even when there is an AI system behind, people would still be needed, because They have the feelings, the compassion, more just like they're just not robotic. How might education need to change to prepare people for a future where work is optional but meaning is essential? Well, education would have to focus more on purpose, on curiosity, on the things that you can actually use in your daily life, your lifelong skills. Students would need to learn the skills and to discover passion and to adapt to your future changes. Because if working wasn't like if working wasn't that essential anymore, the student would have to know what to do to like actually become helpful to the community. Adding classes on like problem solving and emotional skills would be much more likely in schools. Do you think most people are ready for such a shift from valuing job titles to valuing human purpose? Well, many people, I don't think they're really fully ready yet because society still strongly connects your identity with your jobs and your income. If you have, if you're an engineer and you have like a lot of money, then you would be like really respected because they just value you based on your identity with jobs. So people would often ask, what do you do? Instead of what do you care about or what do you like? What kinds of small acts of contribution do you believe society should begin to recognize as valuable? Well, I think the everyday acts could help strengthen the community. These acts have real human impact, but they're often ignored, like community projects or cleanups or things like that. Checking on the lonely neighbors, volunteering, sharing knowledge. There are many things that could be they could be ignored and like they wouldn't be valued a lot. If you could imagine your ideal life in a future where AI handles most work, what would you spend your time doing? And what would give you a sense of fulfillment? Well, maybe I could spend time on myself and my family more because I would like focus on my passion, my learning, my connection. Um, I'll just focus more on myself, my personality, more than just focusing on what I get, my job, or my income. I spend time traveling, building projects, and there are many things that I could do instead of just working like right now. Okay, thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.